So it starts with this couple, Ed and Lorraine Warren, and they're like famous paranormal investigators. They're telling this whole college class about their crazy supernatural experiences. Then, cut to this family, the parents. There's the dad, Roger, the mom, Carolyn, and their 5 daughters. They're all moving into this big, old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. But right away, their dog is totally freaking out and refuses to go inside the house. Big red flag, right? So the kids are exploring. The youngest, April, finds this old music box under a tree. Then, the other girls are playing this creepy game called Hide and Clap, and they accidentally break a wooden board that was nailed over a doorway. The dad checks it out, and behind it is this super dark, nasty cellar. That night, their poor dog just barks and barks. The next morning, Carolyn wakes up with these weird bruises on her legs. All the clocks in the house have stopped at exactly 3:07 a.m. And the worst part, April finds their dog dead outside. Total disaster. Then we jump back to Ed Warren, who's showing a reporter his ghost museum. Seriously, his whole house is full of haunted junk. He points to this super creepy doll, Annabelle, and he's like, this thing isn't possessed. A demon just uses it as a remote control to mess with people. Back at the farmhouse, it's 3:07 a.m. again, and the scary stuff starts. One of the daughters, Christine, is in bed, and someone pulls her foot, and she smells this horrible, rotten smell. Then, her sister Cindy starts sleepwalking and just walks into another room and bangs her head on a wardrobe. So messed up. The next day, Carolyn has another bruise. Roger goes outside, and a dead pigeon just falls out of a tree right in front of him. You just know a demon is capturing the place. Then, April is talking to this invisible friend and asks him to play Hide and Clap. Later, Carolyn is looking for her and walks into a bedroom, and the wardrobe door just swings open. Then 2 hands come out and do a single clap. Surprise! For some reason, she mostly just ignores it. You'd think she'd learn. But that night, the thing pulls Christine's foot way harder, and she totally panics. She sees someone standing behind her door, and this creepy voice threatens to kill her and her whole family. Her sister Nancy is in the room but can't see a thing. She can only smell that awful smell. So now Carolyn is covered in these weird bruises. She hears kids playing, but she checks, and all her daughters are asleep. And then, bam! All the photo frames on the wall just fly off and smash on the ground. She hears a little girl's voice and follows it to the basement. And get this, the door just opens all by itself. She goes down there and the door slams shut behind her. She's trapped. She gets thrown down the stairs and a ball rolls over to her. She lights a match to see, and a ghost of a clapping woman is right behind her. At the exact same time upstairs, Cindy is sleepwalking and banging her head on the wardrobe again. Her sister Andrea goes to check inside the wardrobe, and there's a female ghost on top of it, and it just attacks her. Roger hears all the screaming, runs down, and gets Carolyn out of the basement. They grab all the kids and huddle together, completely terrified. They know they need serious help. So Carolyn goes to one of Ed Warren's lectures. After it's over, she goes right up to Ed and Lorraine and basically begs them to come to her house. So they do. Carolyn and Roger just spill the beans on everything. The house stinks. There are 3 knocks on the door every night, and it's getting way,
the clocks
way
always
worse.
stop at 3:07. Ed is like, "Yup, that's a demon, all right." They all go down to the basement, and Lorraine immediately feels it. She knows something horrible happened down there. Ed starts recording Carolyn, getting every single spooky detail down. Meanwhile, Lorraine asks April about her invisible friend. April just shows her the music box. Lorraine plays it, and in the mirror on the box, she sees the ghost of a little boy named Rory. That's April's friend. They go to the tree where April found the box, and that's when Lorraine sees it, the main ghost that's been messing with the family. She's horrified. Lorraine tells them this house has a massive demon in it. She says she can see this dark, shadowy figure with them all the time. It's attached to the family now. Even if they leave, it's just going to follow them. Ed explains they need to do an exorcism, but to do that, they need permission from the church. And to get permission, they need proof. Lorraine explains there are a bunch of ghosts here, but one of them is pure evil. Later, Ed plays back the recording of Carolyn, but all he hears is his own voice. Her words are just gone. That's when Lorraine drops the history bomb on them. This woman named Bathsheba used to live here. She was a witch who worshipped the devil. She had a baby, and after 7 days, she sacrificed it to Satan. Then her husband saw what she did, so she ran outside, declared her love for Satan, cursed anyone who ever tried to take her land, and then hung herself from that big tree. Since then, tons of people have died there. A kid named Rory went missing, his mom killed herself in the storeroom, a neighbor committed suicide, and another kid drowned in a pond. While they're talking, the recorder just turns on by itself. Now they can hear Carolyn's voice, but it's mixed with this horrible, demonic growling. The time is 3:07. The next day, Ed and Lorraine get to work gathering evidence. They bring in a police officer and this kid, Brad, to help set up cameras and mics all over the house. Ed goes around splashing holy water everywhere to try and stir things up. Suddenly, the basement door flies open. They go down, but nothing happens. And then the door slams shut. They get no proof that night. The next morning, everything is weirdly happy. Lorraine is hanging laundry outside, and she sees Bathsheba's ghost standing behind the clothes. A sheet flies up and sticks to Carolyn's bedroom window, and Lorraine sees Bathsheba's ghost on the other side. Before Lorraine can do anything, the ghost possesses Carolyn. And then all hell breaks loose. Brad, the camera kid, hears a girl's voice and then sees the ghost of the maid who killed herself. It totally freaks him out. Then Nancy starts sleepwalking, and the cameras catch her walking into a room. But you can see on the film that there's something else in the room with her. Nancy hears a kid's voice say, "Hide yourself." Everyone runs to the room, but Nancy is just gone. Ed finds her, hiding in this secret space between two walls. April tells Lorraine that's where her friend Rory hides when he's scared. Lorraine goes in there and finds Rory's toys and the rope Bathsheba used to hang herself. The floorboards break and Lorraine falls through into the storeroom. She sees the ghost of Rory's mom, who just cries and says, "She made me do it." Then Bathsheba's ghost appears and attacks Lorraine, ripping the locket off her neck. It was a gift from her own daughter, Judy. Lorraine runs out and tells everyone what's happening. She's like, Bathsheba possesses the mothers and forces them to kill their own kids. She's doing it to Carolyn now. That's why she has all those bruises. Suddenly, all the crucifixes on the walls turn upside down and fall to the floor. Then something invisible grabs Nancy by the hair and starts dragging her around the room. They manage to save her, and they all decide to get out of the house. Ed tells Roger he has enough evidence for the church now. But then Lorraine hears her daughter Judy's voice and has a vision of her
She's so worried about her own daughter and tells Ed this is a warning. The next day, Ed and Lorraine go to the priest and show him everything, all the recordings, all the proof. They even have a photo of Nancy sleepwalking, and you can totally see Rory's ghost standing right next to her. But the priest is like, well, you're not Catholic, so I have to get permission from a higher authority to do an exorcism. So frustrating. Back at the Warrens' house, Bathsheba uses that broken locket to get to their daughter, Judy. She pulls Judy's foot while she's sleeping, and Judy wakes up terrified. She runs out of her room, and get this, the Annabelle doll is missing from its case in the Ghost Museum. Judy sees Bathsheba sitting in a chair, holding the Annabelle doll, and the ghost tries to attack her. But just in time, Ed and Lorraine get home and save her. Meanwhile, back with the Perrones, Carolyn is driving off with Christine and April. Roger freaks out and calls Ed. Carolyn is saying she has to go back to the farmhouse. Roger knows what that means. Bathsheba is making her go back there to kill her kids. So everyone races back to the farmhouse. They get there just as Carolyn is about to kill Christine with a pair of scissors. They manage to save Christine and get her in the car, but now April is so scared she runs off and hides. They try to get Carolyn out of the house, but the demon won't let her leave. Lorraine realizes if Carolyn leaves the house, the ghost will just kill her. So the demon drags Carolyn down into the cellar. They all rush in after her, but the ghost is so powerful now, it's a total disaster. Meanwhile, the cop is running through the house trying to find April. Downstairs, possessed Carolyn is out of control. She's attacking everyone. They manage to tie her to a chair, and Ed, seeing he has no other choice, decides he has to do the exorcism himself without the church's permission. As soon as Ed starts, Bathsheba just loses it. Her powers get even stronger. The chair Carolyn is tied to just lifts up into the air and then smashes down, breaking into pieces. Carolyn is free, and she goes nuts, attacking everyone. At the same time, the cop finds April hiding. Carolyn hears where she is and goes straight for her, ready to kill her. But just before she can, Ed finishes the exorcism. He makes the demon swear to leave. And it works. The demon is still inside her, but it's weaker.
So Lorraine and Roger start reminding Carolyn of her family, her kids, all their happy memories to help her fight back. And it works. The love for her family is stronger than the demon. The ghost finally, unwillingly lets go of her and disappears. Carolyn is back to normal. The family is safe, and they all start living happily again. April gives Lorraine her locket back, and Ed takes that creepy music box and puts it in his museum. And that's where the movie ends. So good, right?